Maybe I'm an sprinter dinner. It's me nam atali no nam inale. Ito ocean enchanted cement car apakisi wa say so bibia isi echi. The town who say I was a friend would. I'm a ben kakaba. I mean bunny say my car sprinter until they were so kakra to train more as I had to it. And I'm a front tire the car. On the car the tire. And I'm a front tire the fire. A full pavement now. Excuse me, but ever talk man.
Let me engage Steve Mensah, my colleague, who's still at the scene and now joins us with the latest. Steve, has the fuel tanker been lifted yet?
As you can rightly see in the shot, you'd be seeing the fuel tanker still on the ground. And currently what you notice will be that there's active siphoning of the fuel which was in the fuel tanker into an empty one. They also we reported earlier and it's still ongoing. The fuel tanker is still on the ground, and the Ghana National Fire Service together with the National Petroleum Authority and all the other agencies currently on site are trying to siphon all the fuel that's in the fuel tanker that's on the ground into an empty tanker. This is, they say, is to ensure that there's adequate security arrangements to prevent any impending danger over here. I have the Ghana National Fire Service on ground. The NADMO is also on ground. We also noticed that the ambulance service is also on ground. I would want to start with the NADMO to pick their thoughts on what the state of the driver is currently. Chief, good afternoon and welcome to Joy News.
Okay, good afternoon.
What's the current state of the driver?
The driver now, he's good. He sustained some bruises and some laceration. We have able to arrest the bleeding and dress the wound. And his glucose was a little bit low. We have given him something, so now he's stable. So we are waiting for the police report form, then we'll send him to hospital. By he's okay.
But what time did you get the notice that such an incident has happened?
Okay, we have got the call around 6:50, so we got here 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock?
Yeah, 7 o'clock.
What have you gathered so far since you've been around?
Okay, so when we came, yes, as around 11:30, yes, I spoke with the fire commander and the police commander that the people on the field, some came here around 2 o'clock a.m. So they should look for something, mobilize some food for them. Otherwise, maybe some may fall down like hypoglycemia and so. So thank God they have done that and they have provided everything. So the scene is okay now.
But so you can confirm that the driver is still in the ambulance?
Oh yes, he's still there, but he's okay.
He's better now.
Yeah.
But what about the mates? We understand there was a mate together with him in the ambulance.
When we came, we just only met the driver.
Thank you so much. So that was the Ghana Ambulance Service, and he has been telling us about. So that's the Ghana Ambulance Service, and he has been telling us about what the measures they've been putting in place for the driver who has been on site and has been involved in the accident. We also have the NADMO over here also. Chief, good afternoon and welcome to Joy News. I'd want to pick your thoughts on what you've gathered so far. We noticed you came around not too long ago. What have you gathered so far?
Okay, so I'm just receiving some briefing from my men that I brought on the ground. I've also received some briefing from the fire service and then that of the Ghana Police Service. What the issue is looks like. You can see a cement truck parked at the far end. That car looks like it has developed a fault. So it doesn't have a triangle behind it to warn the oncoming vehicles. So this very tanker driver saw the car parked very late, and he couldn't also change lanes because there is another car on the left side. So in the course of the maneuvering, I think he lost control, and then this is what we have.
I'd want to pick your thoughts. Why are you here?
Yeah, as NADMO, ours is to help coordinate situations like this, because you know we have the fire service here, we have the Ghana National Ambulance here, we have the police here. Our job is to help coordinate the activities for us to have a successful day, i.e. Trying to prevent a disaster from occurring, because this situation as we have it, there can be a spillover, there can be a spark of fire, very small one, and then we cannot contain whatever disaster would have occurred. So ours here is to make sure, whether it is the fire service, whether it is the police or the Ghana ambulance and so on and so forth, everybody is doing what it's supposed to do. If they need assistance, we are here to offer that assistance.
Thank you so much, sir. So that was the NADMO also, and they've been telling us that they would be giving assistance to the agencies who are currently on site, given the incident that has happened also. I have the Ghana National Fire Service also on site. He has been speaking to us prior to this incident and right from 10 a.m. and he has been talking to us about what they've been doing so far. Chief, what have you gathered so far since the last time we spoke?
So at the moment, the cooling is in progress. You can see foam concentrate being used to cool the tanker. Siphoning is in progress, and we are hoping that the siphoning will be over, and then the recovery truck will come and lift the empty truck away before we leave the place.
How likely are you to seeing this thing done?
No, you see, with such emergencies, you will not be able to give timelines, because look at it, they were using the first pump, then they had a problem, they had to stop and go in for another pump, and they've started again. So you will not be able to put timelines on it, because we are using a machine, anything can happen along the line. But we hope that at least by evening, we should be able to finish evacuating the petrol from the accident vehicle into the empty tanker. Then we can now lift the empty one to allow free flow of traffic.
One major concern will be that the driver has been on site since early hours of this morning. Is this not a concern to you guys?
No, at the moment, ambulance services are around. They have put him in an ambulance, and they are giving him first aid to stabilize him. And if they think that he should be taken to hospital immediately, why not? So that they can go and take care of him. So as we speak, he's lying in an ambulance and resting.
So this is as a precautionary measure?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It's a precaution, because nobody, after an accident, you can think that nothing has happened to you. But if you don't take time, you may be having serious issues. So that is how come the ambulance service are taking care of him.
My other question to you be about, earlier we saw some other fire tenders arrive at the scene. What was this for?
No, I told you our major concern here is to prevent this tanker degenerating into a fire outbreak. So we have something we call the base pump. Those that came are from Amasama, and we don't want any car to leave here to go look for water. So the other car that came from Medina and other parts only came to augment water supply. They've gone back to bring more water to come and add to the Amasama vehicle to continue with the cooling. So the Amasama vehicle will not go. That one is the base pump. It is permanent. Then the rest will come and feed it with water. So exactly if you saw tenders here, that is what they came to do.
Let's talk about security protocols over here. I see one section of the road has been blocked, the other is flowing currently. What other security arrangements are you putting in place?
No, we've cordoned off the area, and I told you the cordon here is made up of the inner cordon and then the outer cordon. Over there is the cold zone. Anybody at all can be there, but those men who are involved in the cooling and the lifting of the petrol are in the hot zone. And if you have nothing to do, we will not entertain you in the hot zone. And that is the reason why the police are here, to prevent people from entering into the hot zone.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.
So that was the Ghana National Fire Service also, and they've been telling us about the security protocols currently here at the Accra Kumasi Highway. You would notice that we reported earlier, one part of the road has been blocked. The other part is currently flowing. The traffic is easing up on the other section that leads to Accra, but then the other section that leads to Kumasi has been blocked due to the situation currently on site. The fuel tanker that has fallen on the Accra Kumasi Highway. What we'll notice also will be that security agencies are currently on site. The Ghana National Fire Service, the ambulance service, the Ghana Police Service also, and NADMO also are currently on site, try to augment the situation to ensure that no further disaster is created here at the Accra Kumasi Highway.
Well, thank you so much, Steve.